To inspire, to uplift, different people share their gifts. A safe space, an open door, on a journey to explore human beings.
Happy Monday, everyone, and welcome to A Human Being. Today is Monday, July 20th, 2026, and we are happy to be with you tonight on episode
Yes.
13.
13.
Episode 13. Oh my gosh, it's so excited to think that we've been really putting in some work getting this stuff done, to getting these shows
Right.
together, talking about different topics. I want you to tell us, if you're watching this show, go back and tell us what's been your favorite show so far. We're talking about a lot. We have a jam-packed show for you tonight. Tonight, we're talking about Unapologetically You. Confidence and full sunlight. We're going to get into that. But before we do that, my name is Dwayne Wiggins Jr. I am your host, along with my beautiful, talented, amazing co-host, Ana Henderson. How are you feeling tonight, Ana?
Oh, I am doing so good tonight, my DW.
It
It is us
so good
day.
to see
So
you.
you
I
know
know.
I love a us day.
Happy Us Day. Happy Us Day. I'm so glad that we have this time to be together every Monday. It's such a joy to be with
Yes.
you and to be able to talk and just laugh and, just be
And
ourselves.
listen, it's crazy because my kids run over to this iPad like it's no tomorrow when they hear DW get on here, honey. It's hi DW, hi DW. You just see him. It's all
I
right.
love them. I absolutely love your kids so much. Listen, they make me feel so special.
Oh,
So I love
thank
them so
you.
much.
They
So
love you big. You already know. You already know.
yes, I do. I feel the love. Shout out to all of you who are watching us on Facebook,
Yes.
LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. We thank you so much for being here with us. We are coming very, very close to the finale of our
Mhm.
season 3. And when I tell you, we are cooking up some amazing things for season 4. So I'm telling you, it's going to be, we are working on some things. I don't want to give
Shh,
too much.
don't tell him. Don't
I
tell
won't
him.
tell.
Don't tell
But we
him.
are definitely working on some things and working on what the show will look like, what it will
Mhm.
feel like. We've been doing this for 4 seasons now. And the hint is, can I give a hint on? Can I give a little hint?
Just a little hint. Going on to season 4. Yeah,
Yeah,
little
so
hint.
for 4 seasons, Anna and I have been together for 3 seasons, but
Yes.
2 seasons, I'm sorry. And then I did one season by myself, just a preseason. And then for the third season, I mean for the fourth season, we want to amp it up a little bit. So I wonder what it would be like if we came from being in 2 different locations and we were
Uh-huh.
in one location.
Uh-huh.
That's your hint. So we are cooking up, working on season 4. So we're so excited about that and just talking about what that looked like. This has been a wonderful journey with Anna. When I thought about having a co-host, she was the first person that came to my mind. I just did not know if her schedule would permit to do it, but I'm so glad that every single
Yes.
Monday and sometimes occasionally another night that we are able to come together and offer you a show that we have our stuff planned, but just a raw show with the two of us
Mhm.
talking and
Yep.
just really, really sharing our hearts. This season, I wanted to be intentional about guests. We had a lot of guests. I mean, we have some guests, but it's like I wanted to be very intentional about us and I'm more spending more time with us, that you
Yes.
really get to know who we are, so that when we continue this journey of the show, that you know and understand who we are as people and individuals. So we're just so grateful for all the things and all the support that has come our way. Thank you all so, so much. So,
Yes.
Anna, I'm going to do a check in with you. How was your week since we've been together?
Oh, goodness. My week was pretty good. I want to say that it was a little regular degular. I didn't do anything too crazy. Work was work. Still straightening up. Jesus, when I tell you, this school just has so many rooms that I feel like I'm learning more parts of the school, and I'm going into year 2. Like I didn't know that these certain rooms were here, but I've been tasked with setting up our secondary storage area, so that's been really fun.
Nice.
I feel just, in charge and like a coordinator, and we're going to put this here and raise that up. No, 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 not there.
Love it.
So that's been fun. I'm just organizing that. just really preparing for the school year. I'm able to, allow my kids to come with me from time to time. They don't want to be in the house, they'll come. So Nora has been like the limelight this week, last week. She's been assisting in the library, just straightening up some books. And I'm proud of my girl. I'm definitely trying to instill some things into her, just, earning your keep. That was something that my mom always said to me growing up. You have to learn how to work for things, work to to be a part, like be a team player, like you got to keep your part. So I've been enjoying her company and just you know spending time with my girl, because it's really been me and Nora that she's been coming. And what else? I was off on Friday. I went to PennDOT. Lord have mercy. Let me just say that the city is still going crazy over these real IDs. That's all I'm saying. I didn't know. I thought it calmed down. I will say that there definitely wasn't a line all the way out the door. I went to a neighborhood PennDOT, so I was grateful for that. But the wait was still about, like a good 3, 4, maybe 3.5 hours. But I got what I went for.
Okay,
it
good.
was it was a mission
That's good.
successful.
So
So
you were there for 3.5 hours or
yup,
so? Wow.
yup.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think I got there like around 9:30ish, and me and Hakeem, we got there around 9:30ish. So we were right, the numbers right after each other.
Mhm.
And when we got there, he's like, "Well, what number do it say for I say it say 25. He said, "Well, what number we got?" I said 51 and 52.
Wow.
So yeah, we had a little wait, and he got into his pants. I was able to just sit there and do a little scroll, do a little timeline, catch up. But
Uh-huh.
it was a mission accomplished. So that was an experience though, because even when I renewed my license, it wasn't a crazy wait. It wasn't a crazy wait. There was a
Yeah.
lot of people there, but the way they have it mapped out and mastered, honey, they got that. Whatever. We was in it. We did it. And
Nice.
Saturday, I had the opportunity to go and audition for an upcoming project. So I am super excited about that.
Nice.
I haven't heard anything back. So just cross your fingers for me, y'all, because I'm trying to stay booked and busy.
I
I've
love
been
it.
just really embracing being in my craft with this year, and what opportunities have come, what still is to come, and just me really being able to spread my wings and come into my acting. So that was exciting. And then Sunday, I had an amazing Sunday. It was definitely Sunday fun day. And I
Awesome.
slept and I was relaxing until the time came to go get my grandma, Lori. Shout out to you, grandma. You so cute. I love you so brown caramel. Um, and we went to my amazing DW house, and we had a wonderful Sibs meeting, because it was a meeting about our upcoming trip that I am just like, oh, I'm getting so much anxiety, but excitement at the same time. Like, I have never been on a cruise ship. And this trip, I can't put into words like the feelings that I'm feeling, but I'm ready. I've never been away from my kids for this long, so that's a thought. But they're gonna be all right. You know, but I love y'all. Ooh, they watching. I love y'all so bad.
You
Um,
mean that with
but
so much love.
I need this. Like, we
Yeah,
need this on so
yeah,
many levels.
I get
And
it.
to be able to spend this time with you guys, my wonderful Sibs, like it can't get no better.
Yeah.
So Sunday was amazing. You put your foot in that food, I'm
Oh,
ready to
thank
come back through this thing and slap you. Y'all know that saying.
you.
Whoever in the kitchen cooking, they getting slapped. This man need to be boop bop, boop bop.
Thank
Y'all
you.
have never had his cooking? Sorry. But it is amazing. It's to die for. There was a lot of wonderful things on the menu. So shout out to you. for just being amazing and the organized sib.
Right?
Like, y'all don't even understand the experience. Like, I'm just loving this because this is him. But for other people that have experienced going on a cruise ship, it's just like, oh my God, really? It's done? Okay, great. That's him. That's him. That's him. So and then yeah, that was pretty much my week. That's it. That's it. How about you? You tell me, talk to me, tell me all the
You
things.
know, my week was pretty good, and I'm gonna start backwards. I'm gonna
Okay.
work my way backwards.
Okay.
And I'm gonna talk about the dinner yesterday. So everything was
Okay.
so great, and I was so excited about having you all come over to the house and eat
Mm-hmm.
and have our meeting to talk about like the final preparations for the cruise. We've been planning this for a while, and so we're
Mm-hmm.
finally like here. We're like no time away. We're in the teens,
The
days away,
teens.
right? So it's just amazing to be able to say like going on this trip. And I think that in some capacity, everyone can use a vacation. Like every one of us
Yes.
in this group can use a
Yes.
vacation, use some time away, and
Yes.
just to be have a different scenery. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that the whole experience for me, what has been great is that I want everybody to just really feel great about being on vacation, no stress,
Mm-hmm.
whatever the case may be. I'm not a person that really stress. So it's like I'm able to take on the brunt of the stress that everybody else may feel. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
let me plan, let me do all the things. So to have you all come over yesterday and to cook for y'all, like that brings me so much joy. And people that know, like they know that I always wanted to have a restaurant. Like
Oh.
I always said I wanted to have a restaurant one day, like later in life.
Okay.
Um, later, later in life. Because cooking has always been my thing. If I didn't work in education or wasn't doing what I'm doing today, like I would always
Mm-hmm.
want to work in. I wanted to own a restaurant, and a part of me still wants to do that. Like I don't want to be the actual cook, but I want to share the recipes and have other people recreate, the thing that makes me happy and the thing that I know that really brings people together, and that's a good meal. So it was great to be around the dining room table and have dinner and laugh and then go into our meeting and play games on Netflix and talk. It was just really, really great. So I was so grateful that y'all were able to come over. So I woke up
That
super
game, that game, that game. I'm gonna put a pin
right,
in it. That game. Okay.
right.
Sorry.
We
Go
had
ahead.
such a great time. So and then Saturday I hung out with the OG Sibs, the original Sibs, Lori and Sophia. Shout out to them. We went to where did we go? Oh, Cowtown. We went to Cowtown and
Yo, with the countdown with
we
old girl.
did right. we were, we ended up going to Cowtown and went shopping a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, we hung out a little bit. Then we went and got some food, and then we came home. And then I just
Mm-hmm.
worked to make sure that we had everything that we needed. That I wanted to make sure that I gave with the gift bags that I gave y'all. I wanted to make sure that y'all had everything that y'all needed for the cruise. So that
It was so amazing.
right.
Okay.
So I wanted to make sure that y'all had everything that y'all needed for the cruise and stuff like that. And then, what else did I do? I worked all last week. Didn't really do
Mhm.
much of anything. I did a video that went viral,
Oh,
which I
talk
was so
talk about it.
really. So
Talk about it.
I shout out to Saw from Country Cooking. I had crabs, so I
We
love
love
her
you, Auntie Sword. We love you.
love her crabs. And I had crabs on earlier part of that week, and then I had crabs on Friday. And I was just like, I want to try these new humongous crabs. They were so good. And
Okay.
I wanted to sit down and just eat the crabs. And I was like, okay, then did a video, posted the video, and the rest is history. We collaborated on the video, and the rest is history. So shout out to everybody who's been encouraging me to continue to do videos, like the comments. If you go through and read the comments about the voiceover and all of that stuff. So shout out to everybody who has been on
Yes.
that video that went viral. So I'm grateful for that. And so yeah, that was pretty much it.
I'm
Like that was
scared of you. He said I went viral. Talk about it.
and it was just
That
cool.
voice, that voiceover. He's a voice.
Listen, I think the only other video that we ever had that went viral was the one that we did for the Color Purple video,
Mm-hmm,
and that was
mm-hmm.
really when we had like on the color purple hoodies and stuff like that. We had a lot of response from that. We had like over 100,000 views on that. Right now, in a matter of a couple of days, it's like almost like 85,000 views. So I'm grateful for that. So that shout out to everybody who's been supporting
Yes.
the video. It's just me talking about my love for crabs and how good salt crabs are. So yeah, so I'm grateful for that. But this morning I had an opportunity to go and speak at a program. Um, I'm not going to pronounce the name right, so I'm not going to say it, but it was a
Okay.
youth program. I think it's called. I'm not going to say the name because I'm not going to
It's
pronounce
okay.
it.
It's
Right.
all right. They know
I
who they are.
right. And so this morning I was invited to come and speak to them, to the high school students. And I was so grateful for that because, my passion is students, and I absolutely love high school students because it's like to be able to pour into them and to really have them prepare for their future. So I met some amazing students today. It was really, really great to talk to them. I was with them for an hour. I made sure I set my timer so that I can be there for the hour. And it
Uh-huh.
was really, really great to share with them and to talk with them. And they were able to ask me questions about like my career
Mm-hmm.
journey and all of those kind of things. And they really asked questions. The staff was amazing. Shout out to
Okay.
Morgan, who actually is the program manager for the high school students and who invited me to come speak. And her staff was fantastic. Everybody was so nice from the moment that I walked in until the time I left. Everybody was just so amazing. And I'm just so grateful for that. So it was great. And I hope I get to go back and share with them again. But they asked some really,
Yes.
really amazing questions. And one of the questions that the teacher, one of the staff members asked me while I was in there,
Mm-hmm.
said to
Mm-hmm.
me, said, if there's anything that you can tell yourself, like is there anything that you wish, I'm paraphrasing, anything that you
Okay.
wish that you knew at your younger age that you know today that you wish that you knew then. And
Right,
what
right, right.
I said to the students, it was two things. I said that I wish someone would have really talked to me about college. I started college, my journey late, um,
Mm-hmm.
way late, like in my early 30s. I'm 43, so I started like a long time ago, but I didn't stop
Stop
back,
it.
back to get my degrees. But
Yes.
but I wish that somebody would have been able to educate me on education and the importance of it, or
Mm-hmm.
even like a trade or something to support me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've had some amazing jobs on my life, like that most people needed a degree for, and I didn't have the degree, but I was still able to
Mm-hmm.
get the job because what I absolutely know to be true, and I said this to the students this morning, is that your character will open doors that money or education could never open. So it's like it's always been important to me to make sure that my character has always been intact. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying that I've done everything perfect, and I'm not saying that, and I'm sure there are some people that would beg to differ. But whatever.
Yeah.
But I always know who I am, and I always try to be a good person. I always try to be a kind person.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I've had some amazing jobs, and I said that's one thing that I wish that someone would have shared with me: education and the importance of having something to fall back on or to have
Yeah.
on your journey. And the second thing that I said that I wish that somebody would have shared with me is how to fight about finances, like how to budget, how to have
Mm-hmm.
finances. And the truth of the matter is, when I was young, I was making very decent money, like very, very decent. More like at my age, I was in my early 20s, and I was making money that I didn't know what to do with. So I was shocked, and I
Right.
would spend and I would do, and no
Yep.
one was there to tell me what to do with this or how to budget, open a bank account, open a savings account. Very transparent. I didn't learn how to write a check until I was like 30, 31. I didn't know how,
Yep.
because I just didn't know. And it was like I just didn't have someone to really show me, or I didn't know. And someone may be watching and say, so why didn't you just ask? I don't even think that the thought process to ask would
It
even
wouldn't
come.
be there.
I don't
Like,
know anything about like finances or budgeting. Um,
right.
Thank God I'm not there today. I'm in like one of the best financial situations in my entire life. That
Mm-hmm.
is really just every single day is like blowing my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's one of those things to where it's just like the more that I think about the connections that I make with young people, like that
Mm-hmm.
is the thing that I want to instill in them, is talking about like finances and budgeting, which is super duper important to understand that, and then making sure that there's something that you're going to lean into when you leave
Mm-hmm.
school. You can find a great job, but what is the trade? What is the degree? Like, what is something that you would be
Mhm.
able to fall back on? So I was able to share that with them today, and it was just really cool.
Yes.
So it was a cool morning to be able to. I had to get fully dressed. I work,
Oh,
so
you're all
that
right.
was a bit
All
of a struggle.
right.
That was
All
a bit of a
right.
struggle, but I had to
Okay.
get fully dressed. I mean, I had to put everything on this
Mm-hmm.
morning. Normally, that's not my day. I don't have to put everything on, but today I had to put everything on
I'll
to go
crack up. You're so
outside.
funny.
I had to put everything on to go outside today. Normally, that's not my testimony because I go from my bedroom to the
Yep.
bathroom to my office, and
Yes.
say, I hope no one says, "Can you please stand up for us today?" Because no. So
That
yeah,
that will
no.
not be happening. Thank
So
you.
it was a great day. It was a great day. It has been a great weekend. I was, like I said, I'm so happy that we were able to spend time together
Yes.
as we prepare for our trip. And next week, I'll be doing our show from San Diego because I will be leaving to go to San Diego,
Hmm.
and I'll be there for a week to work. And yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I'm gonna miss you.
I know,
You coming back. So
I
it's not
know.
this. Hmm.
I
Yeah.
know. So listen. So tonight we are talking about unapologetically being you.
Hmm.
Unapologetically you. That's the confidence and full sunlight. And so tonight's show is super special. And I'm so glad. And I always go back to we plan these shows months ahead of time.
Hmm.
And today I was reminded of why this show is important. As I was talking to a student today, he said to me, he was like, I said he was telling me that he was accepted into Penn State and he's going to Penn State, and
Right.
he was just
Okay.
there for the summer program. Yeah, I'm like, I'm so congratulations. And he was like, the confidence that he had. He was like, most people laugh when I say this. He was like, but I'm the GOAT, and
Oh.
I'm like, I agree with you. I said because like a lot of times we've been so conditioned not to think so highly of ourselves, but it's
Hmm.
one of those things to where like when did we get to a place, or who would you be if you stop apologizing for being yourself? Like if you stop apologizing
Hmm.
for being you or who you know you are. I'm not
Right.
talking about the version of you that tries to fit in. I'm not talking about the version that seeks approval. I'm not even talking about the version that stays quiet just to keep the peace. I'm talking about the real you. So, like in today's episode, we're talking about confidence, not the loud, attention seeking kind, but the quiet confidence that says, I know who I am, I know what I bring to the table, and I'm no
Mhm.
longer shrinking to make other people feel comfortable. Too many of us have spent years dimming our light, second
Mhm.
guessing our worth, and waiting for permission to live boldly. But here's the truth: you don't need permission to be who you were created to be.
Mhm.
You deserve to take up space. You deserve to use your voice. You deserve to celebrate your gifts. And you deserve to walk confidently, even when everyone doesn't understand your journey.
Mhm.
So tonight, we are stepping into the sunlight where there's nowhere to hide and nothing to prove. We're leaving behind compromise and self doubt and fear and embracing authenticity, courage, and confidence because the most powerful version of you is the unapologetic version of you. So I want to get into this and talk about this because what's super important for us is to get to a place to where we really fully start accepting and believing that we are who we are and not
Mhm.
what people are telling us we should be.
Mhm.
So I want to turn it over to you and get into what you have to say tonight about this topic, and then we'll move forward from there.
All righty then. Um, so for tonight's topic, I guess I just wanted to talk a little bit about like a confidence confession, I guess. Um, For me, I don't think that I consider myself to be a very outgoing person, a very energetic, hyper person. Or so I've been told, right? These are things that I've been told
Mhm.
growing up. Like I've just always been, the dancing one in the room, the loud one in the room. And I don't think that people take, like, I don't know if they mistake that for confidence, but it wasn't growing up. I'll say
Mhm.
that. Like, I am small in stature. I'm under 5 feet. Like, there's just different things that I used to think growing up that would make me not as confident as I think people thought I was because of my personality. But, growing up and stepping into me and knowing things that I like, having children, I've definitely learned what confidence means to me in different aspects. Like,
Yeah.
um being a woman, knowing how to do your makeup. You should know how to do that. I was not a makeup girly. Okay, I was not. I didn't know these things, and it took time. It took patience. It took me wanting to know, wanting to have that one little piece of myself, to feel like an extension of my beauty. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So, taking the time and watching videos, having friends show me different things has built confidence in myself that I'm able to come on this show like this, baby. You see me, you see the face. Okay, so for me, like, that was definitely something that I had to work on, and I'm proud in that. I'm proud in that. Like, it took me some time. Like, um what else? I feel like even oh my God, I used to tell people this a lot. So if you know me, in high school, I just used to match. Like, my socks would be lavender. If it was raining outside, I would have a lavender umbrella. And that means I had a lavender book bag because
I
lavender
love
was my
it.
color for the day. Okay, so that was my thought of, like,
I love it.
coordination. And I think it's kind of crazy. I don't know where all of my pictures were, but my aunt, I love you, Aunt Shirley. She used to keep so many pictures and so many things just from my childhood. So I know I have come across it, but to be able to see that glow up, or,
Yeah.
just that transition of myself, like, it definitely gives me confidence to be more of me. I definitely don't dress like that now, but, like, the way I see my children, the way I encourage them, the way that I push them to, you wear what you want. If that's what you want to wear, that's what you want to wear. Like, you have to have that type of confidence. I love what you said about just having a certain level of confidence, or just that knowledge can get you a job or in a room more than pay or education ever could.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that, and I agree with that on so many levels. So, um yeah, that is my little spiel of what
So
I
this
have.
so I want to do this. Thank you for sharing that, Anna. But I want to jump
Mhm.
into this because I think it's important to be clear about what it means to be unapologetically you. And
Mhm.
I think a lot of times we look at people that say, well, I'm just me. You just got to accept me for who I am and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And I think that's partly true. I think that there's levels to that as well. But when we talk about what it means to unapologetically be you, or what unapologetically you means, is choosing to live like authentically without feeling guilty,
Mhm.
ashamed, or needing permission for being who you are. It doesn't mean being rude, arrogant, or refusing to grow. It means embracing your identity, values, gifts, and voice while still treating others with kindness and respect. So we look at it like this, right? Being unapologetically you means you know who you are. You don't let other people's opinions define your worth. You embrace your uniqueness. You stop comparing yourself and start celebrating what makes you different.
Yeah.
You live according to your values, not what everybody else says, but according to your values. So your decisions are based on your convictions and not on pleasing everyone else. You speak with confidence. You share your thoughts and ideas without constantly second guessing yourself. And a lot of times,
Mhm.
what happens when we do that, when we begin to second guess ourselves, is not really our own assurance. We want to make sure that it's pleasing to others. And the reason why I know this is because I've been there.
Mhm.
You own your story. You don't hide your past because you know it helps shape who you've become. I've struggled with this a little bit, and I'll share about this in a minute. That I am finally in a place in my life where I own my story. I own everything that I've done knowingly. I own everything that I've done unknowingly.
Mhm.
I own
Mhm.
who I am. And at this point in my life, I can truly say that I accept me for who I am, regardless of what other people accept. I'm not concerned about approval or what they appreciate, what they don't appreciate, what they value. I'm not concerned about that. I'm
Mhm.
concerned about accepting me and being okay with who I am. So when I talk about owning the story, I own every single thing that
Mhm.
anybody has ever said that I've done to them, how I've made them feel, be it true or not. That's what they believe. So for me, I've come to the conclusion of accepting how I made someone else feel, and then I grow from that. So that comes with the self-reflection, that comes with making sure that I don't do it again if someone, and being very conscious of how I treat people moving forward.
Mhm.
I know that I've hurt some people, and I know that people have hurt me. And so out of ignorance, and I had to learn this, that I didn't, the best revenge is to be quiet and don't say anything.
Mhm.
So it's like if people have done something or whatever the case may be, that's why like I'm able to still be able to function in a way that doesn't make me bitter towards people, because I
Yeah.
don't want that to be a part of my life. So it's like I own the narrative of my life because I don't want to give anybody else the permission to write what they feel or tell anybody anything else or whatever the case may be. So if you said I did it, even if I didn't do it, go with you. You got that.
Yes.
I'm not arguing about what I did or what I didn't do, because I own what I've done and what I didn't do.
Mhm.
So that's why I'm very strategic about who I keep in my circle, like who I'm friends with. And it's like the older you get, you realize you don't really need a lot of friends. You just need a few people in your life that love and accept you for who you are. I can't tell you how many times in my life where I've been in situations where I've walked into a room and heard people talking about me, even as a young child. Like even
Mhm.
walking into a room and hearing my older cousins say things like, "Oh, he a faggot, he a punk," or whatever the case may be. Walking into these spaces and hearing family members
Jesus.
say these things about me, hearing my family say these things about me, or going up into like different places and hearing people have different conversations about me. And when I walk into the room, and it's not like I'm standing there eavesdropping, like I'm walking up into the space,
Right.
I hear it, and it's like, wait, they're talking about me, you know. And it's like it's one of those things to where it's like whatever anybody wants to say, you got it. I'm
Mhm.
not in a space in my life where I'm arguing about who you think I am, what you think I may do, or any of that things. I accept me for who I am. And that's the part of owning your own story. I'm not hiding who I am in this present moment. I'm not hiding my past, any of that. I'm not answering questions to anybody. The only people that I will report to and answer questions to are the people that's in my circle. And if I and when I get to a place where I don't owe them an explanation, then I need to reevaluate some things. But those are
Yeah.
the only people that can come and question me about anything. If you're outside of that, don't question me about what I'm doing with my life, because I'm
He
owning
said
my story.
what he said.
And that really
No, but I
goes to,
respected it.
yeah, and that
Mhm.
really goes to when you're unapologetically you, that goes to how you set boundaries. Like I understand that saying no doesn't make me selfish. It protects my peace. So if I don't do something or if I can't do something and I tell you no and it makes you not want to associate, talk to whatever the case may be, okay, fine.
Mhm.
But the most important factor of this is that you keep growing. So being unapologetically you doesn't mean refusing feedback. It means becoming the best version of yourself without pretending to be someone else.
Mhm.
I often tell people the moment that I stop growing and I feel like I can't grow or I feel like I can't learn, I think that's the moment that I need to leave this earth, because I always want to be a forever student and I always want to learn. And the moment that I feel like I can't learn or be taught, then I need to be done with life. Because the truth of the matter, being unapologetically you isn't about demanding acceptance from everyone. It's about
Mhm.
refusing to abandon yourself just to be accepted by anyone. That's what's important.
That man good. Okay, that man is good.
That's what's important. Those are the things that are important.
Yes, I
It's not
agree.
treating people nasty. It's not being mean. It's not being rude. It's about making sure that you can own who you are. That's what's important.
Stand 10 toes. That's the other saying them young kids be saying nowadays.
I
Stand
know,
10
right?
toes.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the reflection question that I want to ask those who are watching, shout out to all of you who are watching. I want to ask, and Anna, you don't have to answer this, it's just a reflection, but if you want to, feel free. What
Okay.
part of yourself have you been hiding because you're afraid of what other people might think? That's a reflection question. That's a reflect. Here's the encouraging truth.
Y'all reflect. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all reflect. I'm not okay.
Here's the encouraging truth behind this. Here's the encouraging truth. How can I say this? The world has enough copies. Like there's enough
Hmm.
people watching and copying what everybody is doing. What is waiting for is original, authentic people. So your confidence begins the moment you stop asking for permission to be yourself and start giving yourself permission to live authentically.
Hmm.
That's what's important. There's enough people copying to be the next. I was just telling the students this today. I'm like, if you notice, like all the rap music sound the same, all the R&B music, like everything just
Here we
sounds
go.
the
Yep.
same.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Everybody's doing the same thing. Is one person starts a trend and then everybody jumps on that same trend. And I mean, and it's okay. I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it. But it just is what it is. I thought about one of the things why I almost didn't start a podcast is because so many people were doing a podcast, and I'm like, here you go with another
Oh,
podcast. You're just
no,
jumping
no,
on, right?
no, don't think like that.
Right.
Don't think like that.
So I don't think like that now. No, we're gonna keep doing this. Listen, until we both say, you know what,
I,
we
j-
don't feel like doing this no
I
more.
just want to say that Chris Brown don't sound like nobody.
No, and neither does Usher.
Okay. Great talk. Great talk. Great talk. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Because we're gonna ride for our favorites, right?
That's it. That's it. That's all.
we're gonna ride for our favorites. Usher
That's
sounds
it.
like nobody. He is authentically
Nobody.
himself.
Nobody.
Not a single soul. Never heard a person sound like Usher. Never.
Never. Never. I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, but I just think that it's important. Like when we're talking
Yes.
about having that confidence, it doesn't mean you're being cocky. It's just believing in who you are and not allowing people to make you think outside of that. Like I think, like I tell you, I think about just my life in general. I've
Mhm.
spent a big portion of my life being what people wanted me to be,
Mhm.
like, or who they thought I should be. Like, I spent a big portion of my life, and especially growing up in church, like, I've spent a big portion of my life being whatever anybody else leaders thought that I should be. Now,
Mhm.
granted, you can't take away the fact that I'm super anointed. You can't take effect. One of the things that I know that I'm able to do is that if I grab the microphone and we
Okay.
do an exhortation, I know that God gives me the power to shift the entire atmosphere. And if you've never experienced, trust me when I tell you, that's
I
a
love
gift that
it.
I know because sometimes after I'm done, it blows my mind. I'm like,
Right.
happening
Right.
here? I know that is a God-given gift, right?
Mhm.
So it's like that you can't take away from me. But in order for me to operate in that gifting in a church, there's certain ways you have to carry yourself and certain things that you have to do. And it's just
Mhm.
like after a while, you just get tired of conforming to a certain way that's not really accepted.
I get
And
it.
it just gets
I
it's
get it.
frustrating. And it's just like the same way. And I'm not knocking church, but it's like in the world, period. Like when I say this often when I'm talking about like going into rooms and meeting people, like I show up as myself. Like when I'm presenting, you may get curse words. Like when I'm talking because
Oh,
I'm passionate about what I'm doing. And I don't care if it's a room of 1,000 people. I show up. And the reason why people have me come back It's because I'm authentic with my passion. You
Mhm.
know, I start off every single anybody that's watching that would tell you that a training that I've said in that I've done and they said in the training for teachers or anything, I
Mhm.
always tell them two disclaimers. I said one disclaimer is I'm very nervous, and I'm always nervous not because I'm shaking in my boots nervous. I'm nervous
Okay.
because I care. So I never know what's gonna come out. Like I don't know like if I'm gonna curse. Like I don't know what I'm gonna say depending on the topic. If I'm talking about people not giving money to support certain programs,
Mhm.
I might go off. But if I'm
Yeah.
talking about the kids, I might get excited. I don't know what's gonna happen. And
Okay.
I always tell them the second disclaimer is I grew up in church. So it may sound like I'm preaching and I may say amen, but what happens is a lot of the times when I'm in these, especially down south, that's
Uh-huh.
down south, every time I'm down there presenting, they hollering amen. And I'm just like, and if you know anything about church, when you are talking about when you scream amen to a preacher, that makes that like gets them more energized.
Yep.
I'm like, let's
Yep.
go. I'm with
Yep.
it. You know, so I'm just
Mhm.
passionate about I'm passionate about what I do. And so it's like I walk very confidently in the things that I do.
As you should, my DW. As you should. Yes.
So let's go to some of our chat. Let me see people. Thank you so much to those who are watching
Mm.
us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Anna, we got some people say, "Oh, Sophia said dinner was amazing last night. It was really, really great. I was
Yes,
surprised
it
myself.
was.
Dinner was good." She said, "Anna, you are glowing, sis. I love that."
Thank you
Um,
so much. I love you, Sophie. I gotta send you your video.
Lori said, "Yes, you can do that." Oh, thank you, sis. She was like,
Yes.
"He's absolutely amazing." Oh, thank you, sister. He's extremely passionate. Yes, I am. And she said he starts preaching.
Because
She's been in one of my sessions. She knows.
yup, Grandma supports. I love
she,
that. I
she
love that she
knows,
supports and she is in the room, so she know.
right? So this is what I want to do. I wanna jump on a soapbox just for a minute. Just a
Okay.
soapbox for a minute. I'm just gonna jump on the soapbox for a minute because I want to
Okay.
give this encouragement to everybody that's watching.
Mhm.
Before we go to our next segment, I want to do this because I feel that it's important for people to understand that the thing that's most important for me to share with people tonight is stop waiting for permission.
Mhm.
Stop waiting for permission. Some of you have spent years waiting for someone to tell you that you're good enough. You're waiting for a boss to validate your talent. You're waiting for friends to support your dreams. You're waiting for family to understand your choices. You're
Mhm.
waiting for the perfect moment to finally become the person you've always wanted to be. Stop waiting for permission. No one else gets to decide how brightly you shine. One of the things that I hate to see online is when people are often posting like, nobody's supporting me, nobody's supporting me. And I've shared this
Mhm.
on the show before. That, and I remember, shout out to my mentor, Robert Wesley Branch, who told me this. That I remember a time in a play when I was saying, we sold out of tickets, blah blah blah, whatever the case may be. And I was like, but this person wasn't there, this person wasn't there, and he was like, but what about the people that came?
Mhm.
If the people that are supporting you support you, don't worry about who's not supporting you.
Right.
Because what happens, it hinders us, and that's the permission. When anything that hinders us, that's the permission that we're waiting on for people to show up. So I don't care if there's 300, 3,000, or three people. I'm going to always give everything that I got and everything that I have to those people that are in the room. And in that moment, and that was many years ago that he said that to me, I stopped focusing on how many people showed up. That is not even that thought process doesn't even come to mind. It doesn't even come to mind of like this many people showed up or this didn't show up, because the people that are there are the people that are supposed to be there. So if
Yep.
you're consistently changing who you are to make everyone else feel comfortable, eventually you'll wake up and realize you don't recognize yourself anymore. Your
Yeah.
uniqueness isn't something to hide, it's your greatest strength. So will everyone like you? No. I'm sure there's people that don't like me. I don't care about that. Will everyone understand you? Probably not.
Nope.
But the people who are meant to be in your life won't require you to become someone else just to earn their love or respect. So, my encouragement to you is to walk into the room with your head high. Speak your ideas, chase the dreams, wear that outfit, start the business, apply for the job, write the book, audition for the play, launch the
Oh,
podcast,
oh,
whatever,
all the things, all the
whatever,
things.
whatever's been sitting on your heart. Take the first step because confidence isn't the absence of fear. Confidence is deciding that fear doesn't get the final vote. So today, I want you to make yourself a promise that from this day forward, I will stop apologizing for taking up space. I will stop shrinking myself to fit in and stop shrinking yourself to fit in, especially, listen to this, stop shrinking yourself to fit in places that you've outgrown.
Mhm.
Stop trying to fit into places that you know that you've outgrown. Stop trying to go back to the places. Stop trying to hang with the people that you've outgrown. And give yourself permission to become everything that you were created to be. Because the world doesn't need an imitation, it needs you fully, boldly, and unapologetically. That's my soapbox. I just wanted to encourage somebody with that because I just feel so many times we're waiting on permission. Like we're waiting on permission from people to live a life that is set before us, that we can see it. But because we're waiting on people's permission and we're waiting on the perfect timing and all of those things, the perfect timing is now. The perfect timing is when you step out of your comfort zone and begin to do what it is that's on your heart to do. That's the perfect time.
Yes.
If we keep waiting, listen, if we keep waiting for money, we may never have it. If we keep waiting for support, like when we do these podcasts, I
Yes.
listen, I don't care if we have one person watching. I don't care if we have zero people watching.
Yeah.
I don't
We gonna
care.
do it with a
We're
smile
going to
on
do
our
it.
face
We're going to
and
give
joy
the
in our
same
heart.
hope, and we're going to give the same energy. Because
Yep.
if one person watches and they are encouraged just by our smile or just by our laughter, if they feel home when they
Yep.
watch us, if they feel like they have a safe space, then our job is done. We did what we were
Yes.
set out to do.
That's it.
I don't care if people never share, never like. I don't never watch. It's okay with me
Yep.
because maybe it's not for them.
Yep.
It's for others. And I'm okay with that.
Yep.
I'm totally okay with that.
I second that. Grandmom said, jump on. Jump
Right.
on it. The soapbox. She said, jump on. I heard you. I heard you in my ear,
Right.
Grandmom. Yep. I don't know how
Yeah.
to bring that comment to the top, but that's what she said.
Oh,
Mhm.
it's okay. It's okay. So, Anna, I want to talk to you. I want to ask you a question. I want to
Yes.
ask you about unapologetically being you because you said something and you have a big personality and very transparent. That personality could annoy people, it could affect people, or
Mhm.
it could offend people. People could get upset and don't want to be
Yep.
around you. How do
I've had it.
you, yeah, how do you maintain the stance of unapologetically being you and still showing up as your authentic self in these spaces?
So I've definitely gravitated towards the saying or just that phrase of like find your people.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah,
So I feel like I I I can walk into a room and find them mighty quickly. If
yeah,
you know what I mean, because of my energy. I'm walking in a room, I'm greeting, I'm speaking to whoever. A lot of people nowadays don't even like to speak. That's
yeah,
already an energy. That's already a sign. You know what I mean? And not that it's anything bad per se, but that it sets a tone. It sets
yeah,
a tone. Like, being able to give what you receive is something. That's something. And it's like this is especially if we're networking, especially if
yeah,
this is like a business type thing. It's like, hey, we're here to talk. What's going on? We're going to do this. You don't want to do that. Okay, let me step off. So I can't say that I've learned to pull back, but I've definitely learned to, like I said, go where my people, go where the laughter is, go where the happiness is. Like Now, I would say I have been in situations where, let's just say like someone walks into a room that I'm in with, I'm singing, I'm doing something, and the mood just changed. It just literally shifts. Ooh, ooh, you feel that?
Very.
Someone else comes in, I have conversation, and it's still like a no interest from a set another person. You know what I mean? Like you feel that. That is something. Like so I can't help but be myself.
Yeah.
I don't know how to fake it. I don't know how to turn it down. And baby, if it's down, I'm down. Something is wrong. I tend to wear my emotions on my sleeve. I have a very close friend dear to my heart, going through some family things today. And honestly, I I probably cried like 4 times before I got out the car this morning just because of how it affected me. And me being able to go into work and who I work with, like the people that I work with, they instantly knew something was wrong. And without even having to explain or break it down, like, I'm being hugged, I'm being prayed for, I'm being encouraged, I'm being, just held, just I'll
Yeah.
sit here with you. You know what I mean? Those are your people. Because you go to work, people's like, I'm floating. I gotta go get this done. I gotta get this done. I'm doing my work. I'm not, it's tunnel vision,
Mhm.
so for me, that's how I'm able to maneuver and be true to myself. I find people that love me for me, people
Yeah.
that don't want me to dim my light or my honestness.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna call it, my honestness. And
Yeah.
if you've experienced me, then you know what that is. It could
Yeah.
be anything, baby.
And sometimes it's a reflection of the other person, not necessarily you. And this is what I've
Mhm.
learned a lot. I am very much an introvert and I very much am a shy person. I very much will walk into a room, sit in the back, and I've shared this on a show before, sit in the back
Mhm.
and don't want to talk. Like very much shy. Like extremely shy, and people don't believe that. However, when I open my mouth and I begin to speak and I begin to talk about what I know,
Mhm.
a lot of times that intimidates people. And so what I found is there were times where I was being quiet because I felt like, oh, I don't want to intimidate people.
Mhm.
And I quickly had to come out of that because it was hindering me to go into rooms and hear people talk about things that they had no clue what they were talking about. Right.
Mhm.
So it's like if you're talking about, and I'm going to give you this example, like if you're talking about how to increase your student program and
Mhm.
whatever, and you're saying like students don't want to come to after school program, if you're saying that, I know that's a lie. I know that students want a place to go. So it's like there would be times where people were having these dialogues and these questions and these things, and I would sit in and just be quiet because I'm like, if I start talking about it and giving the knowledge that I know and giving the
Mhm.
data that supports that, then
Mhm.
I'm I'm going to hurt somebody. I'm going to intimidate somebody. And I had to really come out of that and be like, well, I don't
That
give a damn
hinder.
how it makes you
Mhm.
feel. You know, if I
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about, I'm going to share because the truth of the matter, if I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to talk about it. But if I know what I'm talking about, you're never going to win against me. You guys would just shut up because I don't talk about what I don't know. I will always
Yeah.
be the student. But if I know what I'm talking about, if I'm speaking on a subject,
Mhm.
you're not gonna win this one. You might want to hush.
I love it.
You might want to hush. So we don't have a lot of time. We don't have a lot of time,
Mhm.
but I want to play this little game with you really quick. And it talks
Okay.
about will the unapologetic do this? Okay. So, what I'm
Okay.
going to do is I'm going to read a scenario and ask a question. Would the
Okay.
unapologetic version of you do this? Yes or no? And then you just answer the question how you would respond. I kind
Okay.
of know some of these answers for you,
Okay.
but I'm going to play along and answer as well. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so here's round one in the short amount of time that we have, and you all can feel free to answer in the chat as well. All
Yes.
right.
Join in.
The
Join in.
first
Join
question,
in.
yeah, the first question is you have you wave back at someone, then realize they were waving at the person behind you. Do you A, keep waving like you meant it, or B, hide in the nearest grocery aisle for 6 months?
Shall I be keep waving and say, oh, girl, I thought you was talking to me.
Yeah.
That's going to be me.
Yeah, I'm such the person. I will own the wave a little bit, but I'm also not that person because I recently had an experience that I needed to check where so I saw someone that I knew and they spoke to me and I spoke back and I was like, hey, and I was like, oh, and I didn't really know who they was and I felt bad because I'm like, I should have known who you were, so I felt bad after that. So
okay,
right. You trip walking into a room full of people. A, you get do you A, get up and say I meant to do that, or B, cancel the rest of your plans for the year?
Is it cameras?
I don't know, but I know for me, I'm gonna lay on that floor. Call the ambulance.
Baby, not I meant to do that. It's not gonna
Right,
be I meant to do that.
I'm not getting up from there. And no,
I didn't even see that.
Don't help me up because I'm hurt. Don't help me up because
I'm like, wait, did I fall and hit my face? Like, is this a trip? Like, it's just I got some questions because that's going to change my answer a bit. That's embarrassment. If I hit the face, knee scratched, arm hurt, that's embarrassment. Was I not paying attention? Oh my God. Okay.
I get it. All right, the next one and the time that we have. You accidentally send love you to your boss. Do you ignore it and keep living, or B, start updating your resume immediately?
Honey, I don't love you. Like, it's just, I don't love you. I'm not going nowhere.
But think about this. Like, sometimes in the workplace, we do get this love for our people, like the people that we work with, because honestly, we spend the majority of our time with them. No? Okay.
No. I don't love you. That wasn't, that was an accident. I did not mean to send that to you.
Gosh, I'm cracking up.
Take me to HR. Who?
Right.
Honey, I got some things you can take to HR. You ain't finna do this. This is accident.
I'm cracking up. Okay, here's the next one. You finally post that selfie after taking 127 pictures. Do you post it and don't check the likes every 5 minutes, or delete it because only 3 people liked it?
Oh, I'm checking every 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not checking, but I'm definitely posting. If I like it, that's all that matters. It's my picture.
Yeah, I'm not deleting it. No.
Yeah, I'm keeping it. All right, 5th question. Someone doesn't text you back. Do you assume they're busy, or B, create an entire Netflix series in your head about why they hate you?
I think that depends on the person. Jesus. Wait, did I not call him back? Wait,
what I will create a scenario of why you didn't text me back.
Yeah, I'm like, well, why wouldn't did I not call him back? I was supposed to take her the keys. No, why would she not? I would do it. I will create a story. I will.
do it to Lori all the time because I be calling her. I really do have to ask her a question in the moment, and I know she knows the answer, and she don't call me and she don't answer the phone. I'm like, great. I'm glad I wasn't being kidnapped. Like,
you're not about to put that on her. I am cracking.
I'm glad no one tried to abduct me and take me and use me as their sex slave.
I'm still alive. I'm cracking up.
Because she don't answer.
Grandma.
Especially when it be pertaining to things I need to know. I'll be like, what? I'll be like, oh, I need to know a date from D. Wiggins Productions or something. Or do you have this or whatever? And I call her and she don't answer. I'm like, yep. In my mind, somebody could kidnap me.
Grandma, please answer the phone. Please answer the phone.
And sometimes she's like, I'm about to call in. Don't call into the show now. No, this is my space to get out how I feel. Sometimes she like to fall sometimes too. She really clumsy. And so then I'd be like, did she fall and hurt herself?
Did she fall? My grandma did not fall. My grandma is caramel. She don't fall. My grandma is caramel. She don't fall.
My FaceTimes.
She gonna answer them. Dang, grandma. We gonna work on it. Jesus, give her. Listen, she grown. She out here. Where are my scamming?
No. I falls hard. She really do.
Grandma, stop. Don't put it.
She really do.
Grandma. Grandma.
She do. So I be concerned when she don't answer my call. So I just want her to get better with doing that.
You're
I
not
told her,
supposed to agree with him.
I told her the next time she do that, I'm writing a Facebook status about it. But I don't have to do one now because we have a podcast and I can talk about my true feelings of how she makes me feel when she ignore my phone calls. And yes,
Oh
I'm
my
not
goodness.
in my story, she ignores the phone calls.
Grandma,
So that's my Netflix story that I make up in my head.
that's it.
I don't think like, oh, she busy. I'm like, what was she doing? Like, if you busy, stop what you're doing and answer my phone call. You're not that busy. We just nobody's that busy. Nobody's that busy. We just said that. So I don't think if I text somebody and they don't respond, I'm like, they're not not busy. I'm like, they're not busy.
You are too much. I'm cracking
They're
up.
not busy. No, just answer my phone
I'm gonna
call.
keep that in mind when I'm calling
Yes.
you.
No, don't do me like that.
I'm gonna keep that in mind when I'm calling you. Ain't no don't do that.
Don't do that to me. Do it to others. Don't do it to others. Don't do it to others.
Do it to
All
me
right.
as you would do to
No, don't do it to me. No. Because I really be busy, but others no.
I can't defend myself.
No, I really be doing stuff. Ana, we have reached the end of the show.
Oh
I
my
really
God.
hope that everyone who was watching tonight felt some type of encouragement, some laughter. I hope that it encourage you to unapologetically be you and be confident in that, walk in that, and be you. We're going to close out. Ana, I'm going to turn it over to you first.
Yes, Hante. I love you guys. I enjoy being here on the Monday nights. I encourage you to be you and walk in whatever that may be. It may not be easy. I definitely will say that. It's probably going to be really scary, but you're going to be happy that you did it. So just go on and do it. That's it. I love y'all. I'll see y'all on Monday. Back over you, Dwayne.
So this is what I'll say. As we are closing today's conversation, I mean, I had a blast tonight. I came into the show very tired, but I had a blast. But as we are closing today's conversation, I want to leave you all with this simple reminder. There's only one you. In a world that's consistently telling you how to fit in, how to blend in, or be more like someone else, remember that your greatest strength is always being your authentic self. So stop shrinking to make other people comfortable. Stop apologizing for your dreams, your voice, your joy, your boundaries, and the space you were created to occupy. You see, the people who are meant to be in your life will celebrate the real you, not the version of you that exists just to earn their approval. Confidence isn't about you being the loudest person in the room. It's about walking into every room knowing you belong there. It's about embracing your imperfections, learning from your mistakes, and refusing to let fear keep you from becoming who you were meant to be. So this week, I want to challenge you to do one thing. Show up as yourself. Speak your truth. Celebrate your wins. Protect your peace. Take that chance. Wear that outfit. Apply for the opportunity. Start the project. Say no when you mean no. And say yes to the life you've been postponing. Because the moment you stop living for other people's expectations is the moment you fully begin to live your life that you've always wanted. So thank you for spending time with us on A Human Being. Is today's conversation encourage you? I challenge you and remind you of your worth. Share this episode with someone who needs permission to stop hiding and start shining. Better yet, remind them that they don't need your permission or anyone else's. So until next time, be kind to yourself, be true to yourself, and above all, be unapologetically you. We love you. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on A Human Being. Good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Human being.